Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. Today we're going to talk about some fuel economy that I've been promising for a while, but I wanted to get enough data because people want to know what the L5P Gen 2 does for fuel economy. So let's get in the truck and check it out. Now it is early. I'm out early hitting the gym and felt that this is a good time to show what is going on with this. Before we get going, make sure you smash subscribe. It helps a small channel out, thumbs up, and notification bell. So without further ado, let's rock. All right, so first things first, we have almost 5,000 miles on this. So it is on its second oil change, and this is where it all sits. So when I first buy any new vehicle or any vehicle I'm gonna do long-term fuel economy on, I make sure that I leave trip 2 set to the 0 miles where I got it. This truck is brand new, so obviously we can go down here. So trip 1, this has been remote starting. I would say average idle time between 5 and 10 minutes probably per day. So this goes into this equation right here. 1,100 miles, it's averaging 14.1. Now, most of that miles is also short driving, commuting to work. My commute into my gym is short, so we're talking 50 mile an hour typically or under, and we're talking lots of stop and go traffic. So I think that 14.1 is reasonable, and so that's pretty good. Now, as we flip down here, now when they did reset some of my computer, I lost some of my trailer data, but I would say most of this 5,000 miles has been towing. And so we are at 12.8 over almost 5,000 miles. And again, that's going to be towing, idling, stop and go traffic, short drives, and everything. So now we can go over here and we can check out our trailer data. So as you guys know, the Chevy trailering app does keep track of your miles per gallon. So this was a 16-foot flatbed, probably not towing more than 2,000 pounds on that trailer. I think that trailer weighed probably close to 2,000 pounds. So not massive in its weight, but over 131 miles. That day was moving my son, so we had lots and lots of idle time. This truck stayed running for about 5.5 hours. So this number is going to equate into this. So we averaged almost 13, so 12.7 miles per gallon. So very light trailer there. Now we can cruise over here. This is gonna be our heaviest trailer. Again, I lost some of my data here, but we have at least 1,000 miles since they redid everything that seemed to zap this, but it does not mess with the odometer. And at 19,000 pounds, we were getting 10.35 miles per gallon over that 1,091. A lot of that was mountain driving, so take that into consideration there. Then we go over here to our 17,000 pound trailer, and we only have 222 miles. Now this is in the plains, the rolling plains, lots of wind, and we don't have as much data on this, of course, at 222 miles. I think total we had like right around 500 or 600 on this, but 9.17. So not bad there. So when people talk to me about fuel economy, again, that's going to be subject to your driving habits. You can manipulate that number probably 1 to 2. Now I have hand checked the Chevy computer, and it's within about 0.2 to 0.5 of a mile off per gallon. So I think that's reasonably close, but if you want to change the numbers that you just saw by adding or subtracting 0.2 to 0.5, you can. I still think it's reasonable. Now, a lot of people will say, I don't buy a heavy duty truck for fuel economy and I don't really care. That is one caveat, and I know a lot of people that do that, especially if it's like a work truck and you don't necessarily care about the fuel cost. However, I would say that the Gen 2 L5P, the fuel economy, is a smidge better than my Gen 1. And I will say this also is the regens almost don't exist. So they redesigned the pistons, they redesigned the fuel system, everything's been changed out. And this truck runs pretty efficient when it comes to the regen stuff. Now, as you gradually go, I've heard both sides, one side saying that the fuel economy does improve, and that the other side says that the fuel economy does not improve. So take that for what it's worth. Now, there is one other data point inside the computer system. Let's take a look at that. Now you do have this fuel economy meter. You can change it with the menu, I think, to 200 and 500 miles and 50 miles. So our best fuel economy ever in the truck, my wife got that driving down to my hometown, mostly flat, 21.7. I think that's pretty good. I've only been able to attain about 20. And over the average over the last, I think 15 miles, it's averaged 17.5. Again, putting it into context, when people say, well, my diesel's gonna get substantially better than a gas engine, so it'll pay for itself in fuel cost. Well, right now, diesel's $3.11 and regular 87 is $2.48, so you're talking almost 70 cents a gallon difference, where diesel's more. Last year, of course, when I was running gas, diesel was cheaper. So there's an ebb and flow with that, but I don't think, unless you're getting that 21, it's going to take about 200,000 miles for you to equate just that fuel savings into the diesel. And then of course you have your extra maintenance and extra oil and stuff that you got to buy, and fuel filters. So those are extra caveats to think about it. I think this is not an argument for saying, well, fuel savings or fuel economy is going to pay for that, but I think it's more to show that, you know, this thing does pretty good. And considering how the power strokes I've had needed regens, if we're not towing as much, we're doing shorter driving, that last 1,100 miles has been short driving. Not that I'm trying to see if I could jack the truck up, but I'm just driving it like we used to drive diesels, right? You could drive them, you could idle them and everything like that. So I think it's a very decent fuel economy number. Disparagingly higher over the gas, that's subjective, I think, at that point. And so again, if you don't need the diesel, I still urge people now to go look at these new gassers, because I think that makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and we're got lots of great stuff coming up, and we'll catch you on the next one.